Hello, we're here in green for Left 4 Dead, because it was the green flu. Or the green plague? I don't remember. Here's a gun.
It was the green flu.
Okay, here's a gun. I'm shooting it 7 times. If it's too loud for you, then maybe don't let that happen. Nice. I'm sorry, wonderful. I'm here with Dan, and we have every weapon from Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 2, and Left 4 Dead 2. We are making a distinction, and you will see why. And you will scream.
Your very, very first one, we're starting with tier 1, is the Remington M870.
Okay, yeah, we have that. This has appeared in a lot of the videos. It's the most pump shotgun a pump shotgun can really be.
It's the pumpiest of pumps.
Get... Hold 6 rounds. Take it off a safe. And... oh no, a zombie. Oh no, a zombie. Oh, look, a witch! I've tried to do that every single time we see a witch in Left 4 Dead, and I've never been able to do it.
What, crown it with the regular pump?
Yeah, well, crown it with any shotgun.
I've crowned the witches a couple of times before, but half the time it's just straight up panic fire, because if I don't get it in the first shot, I just empty the bag.
Okay, so the one thing I actually like about the 870 is it's got way more range than you think. I'm hitting the targets that are way out here. Yeah, this is... you know, and if you need to panic fire, you can.
Yeah.
So, honestly, the 870, for this being tier 1, this is really freaking good for tier 1. And this one's got a pick rail on the front that I didn't even know about. For a zombie scenario, and really for any scenario, this is absolutely an A. It could be a little more comfy to fire, because it's long and I'm kind of doing a lot of big motions, which hurts. The Uzi. Now, a lot of people are upset with the fact that I should have... okay, first of all, this is the Uzi that's in Hotline Miami. Notice, it's the mini Uzi, which is weird. I also should be using the one with the flippin' the metal stock, because this motion is just cool. It's a quick reload. In this scenario, I don't like it as much as I liked it in Hotline Miami. Still pretty accurate. It's totally fine. The one thing I like about the full-sized Uzi is it's not firing super fast, so you have a lot more control over what you hit.
Yeah.
You know, you can kind of easily rattle off 2 and 3 round bursts. Don't use it one-handed, because it's big. In this scenario, I mean, I like the shotguns in Left 4 Dead more than I like the SMGs. And I think it's also going to show here. It's like a B-. It's above average. It's, you know, it's super controllable. It's super easy to load and reload. Didn't mean to throw that. But the issue with it is its sights could be better.
Yeah. A Mac 10 with a suppressor on it.
Oh, right. I almost feel like it needs the shroud. Cause I don't, well, no, I have the cloth grip. So this is actually just like the one from the game. Let's go ahead and fold down the max stock. Very impressive. Who decided that this is how their stock works? It won't fold back up. Oh, it comes out! What are these for? What are these two lower ones for? Okay, oh, right. Let's, reset destructibles. Let's clean up magazines, too. These should be, like point and click buttons, not slap buttons. Anton, I don't know why you didn't fix that. Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot this one-handed now. Don't shoot this one-handed.
Environmental storytelling.
It doesn't have a button to eject the magazine, so that's not good. Did you like my balancing act? This front sight is huge. I don't know what I'm aiming at. Is it good for up close? Not really. This is bad. I like this one more than the Uzi in Left 4 Dead, but here, like, actually, like, firing... Well, I'm not actually firing it. If a company does want to let me fire real weapons for one of these, get in touch. I don't have any licenses or anything. But, like, you know... I mean, I don't know what I expected. It's a box that can kill.
It's a box that just kind of spits lead, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing, you know, subtle or artistic about this. This is the bare minimum of gun. You know, where's your foregrip? Oh, it's a strap. Oh, where's your stock? Oh, it's a metal, like, hanger that just kind of folds out and sticks back. Where are your sights? It's one of 3 holes. Oh, what's the grip shape? Straight. Like my parents think I am. D+.
Your next one is a personal favorite of yours, the MP5A3, for like the 7th time.
God, why is everything the A3? I just want these people to know the A2 and the A4 exist. Look at this, a stock, like a proper big old stock. Very loud. This would draw crowds immediately. Is it bad that I saw, like, the Overkill's The Walking Dead noise indicator suddenly go red? Going through a whole clip of this. I only played the frickin' beta in that game, and it gave me flippin' brain damage. You know, if you got your arm bitten off, this would be a fine weapon for you. Of the 3, I honestly like this the most. And it was literally doing that one-handed firing where, you know, look at how this is super controllable. You know, you can just fire it one-handed if you need to. And, you know, in a scenario where you might not have all your extremities or full use of them, you know, maybe you're slung up, this will help you. Yeah, I guess I give the MP5 a B+.
Now we're in the tier 2.
Oh, right. Okay, so am I starting with the M16?
No.
Oh.
You were starting with the auto shotgun, the M4 Super 90.
The stock can come in. Don't know why. Or, you know, you can pull it out, so that way you can actually, you know... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotta say, I'm a fan. Once again, the shotguns are great. And this one I think you can legitimately get your hands on in one of these types of scenarios. It's easy to use, it's powerful, its shells are going to be everywhere because it's just a 12 gauge buckshot round. Though if you wanted to turn it into a rifle, you could just load it with slugs. If you want to turn it into, you know, like an incendiary weapon, you load it with dragon's breath. Want to turn it into a grenade launcher, load it with explosive rounds. You have so many options with a shotgun. Hell, I need the ammo panel for this one. Yeah, say you're stuck in the middle of nowhere. Launch a flare out of it. I think that really works to this thing's advantage. Did not need to fill that. This gets an S.
Nice.
This is just superb. And I prefer it much more than I prefer the SPAS 12, which is our next one.
Yep. Specifically with the stock folded up.
Yeah. Once again, Valve really loves this stock folded up, but they've never gotten to take a look at how everything actually works when you have the stock folded up, because you can't see what you're doing. I'm not a fan of the SPAS 12 anymore. It's just too... It's it's bigger than it needs to be. Which I guess is kind of cool, but it's just cumbersome, and nobody makes them. You know, and if you're gonna have the stock folded up, you know, you gotta fire it like this. Which is possible, I suppose, but... You know, it can kill, but... Please, Ellis, Coach, Nick, somebody! The stock folds. It's not just there for style. It's not a stylistic decision. It's here for you to use, so that way you can actually use the SPAS's lousy sights. Yeah, okay, so with both the auto shotguns, any of the lighter rounds, you would need to cycle the weapon every time you fired. But that's easy, you know, you can just do that. I don't like this... specifically, the thing I don't like with the SPAS is Valve doing this. Looks cool. Jurassic Park did it, I get it. But, like, there's a problem here. Also, I'm pretty sure this is just cheap plastic, which can't be comfy. What I will say, though, is this is a solid B. You're better with any of the other shotguns. This one can at least go through the rounds, but fold that stock down. This is a DMC, guys. There is no style meter. Oh, this is the first time I've ever had a co-writer on one of these videos. Thank you, Twitch chat.
Alright, your next one is confusing because there's no specific weapon that it's based off of, and that's the hunting rifle, which
Right.
I've always thought is an M14.
The hunting rifle is a Ruger, and specifically the type of Ruger it is not in the game. So what do I have written down specifically?
Quote, any good 556.
Okay. Whatever, this isn't even close, but... So this isn't quite the hunting rifle, but, you know...
Do what you can.
Oh, this looks awful. What did I do to this thing? Sure. If I had the Ruger Mini 14, it would probably get a B. Unfortunately, we have to accept that this... The sheer concept of scope will be our hunting rifle, because I can't do that to this poor weapon. It did not ask for that. It did not ask for me. It does not ask for you. It needs some rest. So next is the sniper rifle?
Yeah, the sniper rifle, which is a Heckler & Koch G3 SG1.
The G3 SG1 as your zebra. I don't think I would call this a sniper rifle, Valve.
It's arguably one of my favorite personal designs. Like, I love how it looks, but...
It's just a big MP5.
Yeah. With a straight mag instead of a banana mag.
Like, whoop, slap. A little more forward. That looks more normal. Wow. Okay, so yeah, you can shoot up close with this. It's got some punch to it. I don't think you'd want to fire it in full auto. But, you know, luckily this isn't a game that's like, yeah, you can shoot this in full auto. This could punch a hole in an infected. And if you want to use the sights, the scope will actually let you do that. Why? I don't know. Yeah, this could punch a hole through somebody. Or something. You know, if you need to shoot somebody on the other side of like a flippin' like wall. No, this is good. But again, I'm not too sure, like, who in the zombie apocalypse is gonna go, yeah, awesome, zombies have taken over. Now is my chance. Like, who, what maniac is doing that? It's a B+. Are we on to the AK?
The assault rifle, also known as the M16.
Okay, next is after that's the AK.
Correct. Actually, no.
No?
It's two.
Oh, do I have the SG next after the M16?
No, you have the SCAR.
I forgot there was one in Left 4 Dead.
I did too for a pretty good amount of time. Don't feel bad.
Okay, we're gonna use the A4 because we've been using the A1 a lot, and people complained they wanted to see the A2 or the A3, so we're using the A4.
All right.
Because that's all I can get with H3VR. I could install that one mod that adds the others. I don't know how to do that though. This is on full auto. It's on burst. Okay, I'm just going to assume that you're firing it in bursts, even though it's full auto in the game. I don't mind it in this scenario. You know, nice textured grip, so it's going to be comfortable. You know, you have all of these rails, so, you know.
Very modifiable.
Yeah, you're walking around, and then, oh, what's that I see on the ground? Oh, it's one of these? Yeah, I'll throw that up here. Nice. Oh, I'm walking around again. I'm walking around. Oh, what's that? One of these? Yeah, I can go ahead and just hold on to that for now, I guess, and move that back here, and watch me go. Yay!
It's just overall very customizable.
Yeah, there's a reason there's a market for 50 billion, you know, modifications for weapons of this form factor. You know, when you're done, you can close this up, and when you're ready to kill again, kablam! It flies open. For the first time ever, I'm actually giving the M16 a good review.
That's a rarity for sure. What letter would you give it? I'm not sure if you said it.
Oh my god, hold on. Stop the presses. I've just learned something. So, you can have a wide open sight, or you can have a narrow sight. It's very finicky, and Windows Mixed Reality doesn't want to cooperate.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Has the problem just been I've been using a shitty M16?
It seems that way, yeah.
They're very similar, but they're also very different. And in ways I didn't really think about. This gets an A-. I like the shotguns more. But, you know, you have a whole world of opportunity with this thing. A lot of firsts today.
You already know what's next.
Is it the SCAR H or the SCAR L?
FN SCAR is all you got.
That is very unhelpful past me. Takes the same mag, so that's nice. This has got the flipping sight thing. Holy crap. Do I just, like, not play this game? It can, okay, so the stock can fold in case you desire that. Does anyone desire that? Its full auto feels very, inconsistent. Maybe it's not. It just feels weird. It's clearly built for like military and police use, but it feels like fake military and police use. Like this feels like the type of weapon that like you get when you want to like there was the kid in your middle school or high school who had plans for when an enemy nation attacked. And he had this bunker he was going to go to that didn't exist. And he had all these weapons he was going to buy that would be impossible for him to get as a civilian. And this was one of them. Because it looks imposing. I like having the bolt here versus back here. I feel like the sights being as high up as they are is kind of irritating. I guess it's fine. I just don't like the look. This is our new enemy. Enemy ship has ended with M16. Now Scar L is my new worst nightmare. It's a B.
So,
in my heart, I want to give it like a C or a C minus, but it's definitely a B plus.
all right.
Can y'all just stand?
No, your good old friend the AKM again.
Every game has got to have an AKM. I'm gonna go a little crazy, and I'm gonna stick the tactical mag in it.
You absolute madman.
It's the AKM Tactical Magazine Sausage! If we attach the reflex sight, this would be an absolute no-brainer of a weapon, because you have a really nice... Okay, you have an okay sight. You have an incredibly rugged weapon. You have something that you can easily disassemble and reassemble. You have, I mean, like, all in all, this is a lovely combination. My problem is, without this, these are very flat sights. Almost too flat. I also have no idea who the hell is trying to shoot an AK out to a kilometer. This rear sight needs to be more readable, and I would totally love... Oh no, here we go. Oh yeah, give me this. Give me the tactical one. Because this, like, battle sight is way easier to read, and, like, it's got more height to it. Like, look at how easy that is to read. Now, compare that to this. Like, that's such a shallow ridge. Whereas this is nice and tall. So, if it was this one, this would be an easy A. But we're talking about this one, and it's... B is everything, isn't it? It's... That... No.
Now you're on the SG 552.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like the 552. It's got the weird MP5 sight, so frankly, I just don't... It's just an MP5 with a normal charging handle at this point.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because the same update added the MP5 and the 552. These, those both were German weapons. And... Or in the German version of the game. Because they're from Counter-Strike Source. That's nice. Okay, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's nice and peppy. It's gonna be weird. In all these videos, I feel very hypocritical in them. Because weapons... Because I like weapons with arbitrary... I like weapons arbitrarily. But I feel like this one's kind of tiny and fun and like a scrapper. I like the, it's got the best traits of the AK and like the form factor of the MP5. It's more ergonomic because you just have to kind of flick that back. It's an A. I don't know where else I want to talk about this. This is the M16000 or the M1600. It is a 22 carbine made to look like an M16. I think it's neat. It's very ugly. It looks like instead of eating vegetables all its life, it grew up eating chalk.
It looks like a discount M16, like all the proportions are messed up.
You would see this in like a Ugandan war film, made on a budget of like $20. Not an anti-material weapon. There it is, Strayer Scout. That can fold up, so you have the tiniest of front sights, and this can fold up, so you have the itty bittiest of rear sights. There's a bipod in here somewhere. There it is. This whole weapon is made like a Gundam. I have some questions. Like, first of all, why would you want this? It's fine. It's just... in what zombie scenario are you gonna end up getting a flippin' scout?
It is kind of a rarity, yeah.
Because this is another one of them German weapons.
I guess if your zombie apocalypse is in Germany.
If your zombie apocalypse gets censored by the flippin' German ratings board and this is all you're able to get. It's clean looking, but...
that's pretty much all it's got going for it.
this weapon, it's like the gun equivalent of Crossnick. It's trying very hard to look like the year 2000.
Did you give a rating for this?
Not yet. I'm actually still trying to come up with thoughts. It's a bolt action, which I don't like. I feel like I would rather take the SG or even our hunting rifle. It's, what did I give the SPAS? Did I give that a C or a B minus?
The SPAS you gave a straight B.
It's, the Scout is a B minus. Well, no, the Scout's more like a C, because it's just 762 NATO. You give it a C.
You got it.
Because this fires 762 NATO. And it can do full auto if desired. Would you desire that? Probably not. Is next to the op.
Yeah, next is op.
Okay, but at least this fires like a big round. So...
yeah, this fires one of those rounds that if you want to just ruin everything in front of you, you fire those.
Alright, so... I'm gonna give you all a sneak peek of the Counter-Strike video. Nope. Oh, quick scoping is busted. It's supposed to work and be good. I don't think I gotta say... I might have gotten a hit on that guy? I don't know. Okay, there we go. That's the shrapnel I'm looking for. The bullets are doing so much damage, they're just kind of clipping through the target. And I'm hitting the flippin' post in the back a ton. If you're gonna use this, you better be absolutely certain you know what you're aiming at and you're gonna hit it.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, in real life, you would have to do this. And, you know, your teammates can't wait for you to flippin' line up a tank in your sights. This is overkill to the same degree that, like, the SPAS is. It looks diabolical. It sounds incredulously mean. But in execution, it's kind of just dumb. It sounds like an aircraft cannon. So if you absolutely want to draw every single infected in like a flippin' half-mile radius to your location, grab yourself one of the flippin' one of these bad boys. I don't get it for this situation.
Yeah, like it's a cool weapon. It's got a cool design. It's got a killer sound, but it makes no sense.
I gave the Scout a C+, right?
You gave the Scout just a straight C.
Okay, this is definitely a B-. It's better, but it's not, for this scenario, not very good.
Pistols. You're starting off with a P2020, which is assumingly the P22.
I guess. This isn't quite correct. Okay, well, there's this. This looks way closer.
It looks like a brownie, to be honest.
Okay, well, Discord decided I didn't need to hear what you said. Jay doesn't need to hear all this. They're a highly trained professional.
Alright.
That was a nice save on my part. I let go of the magazine, but it wasn't in the gun. And I was able to pick it back up before gravity took over. It's fine. It's, for a sidearm, I'll give it this. It's kind of got its own gross charm.
Gross charm?
Yeah. It's not like, okay. We've got the Wick gun here, right? It's fine. I assume this is the correct pistol. Because I don't think it's this. Oh, look. It's 22. I don't think it's 22. I think this is what all of the games have meant when they've said P22. So what's next? Is this the Glock? No, it's not.
Wait, what ranking did you give?
Oh yeah, I didn't even get it. It's a B. For a sidearm, it's a B. We gotta kind of count the sidearms.
You just kind of skated right over that.
Yeah, we gotta kind of count the sidearms differently from all of this because you carry one of these and a sidearm.
The next one is the Glock 17.
It's always the Glock. But now here's where things get interesting. God, can you look up a screenshot of the dual pistols and which hand of the Glock is in?
It's in your left.
Okay, load up new mags. And then do that. You know, they kind of do this. Which doesn't help anybody. You know, if you're gonna do dual pistols, do them one at a time. And then you switch to this one. And then reload them one at a time. I don't get the fascination with shooting both at once, other than it looks cool. And yeah, you're right.
That's pretty much it.
It looks cool. But you're gonna miss way more shots. And I get it. You're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take. The motivational poster in chemistry class taught that to me. The problem is you're taking shots and missing them when you could just not. So both pistols get a B, but the act of firing them together like this is straight up an F. Do not. The only exception is if you have dual AF 2011 A1s, which are the dual 1911s, so you're firing 4 guns at once. That's just badass, so. And then now we're up to the Magnum, right?
Yep, it's the last sidearm in the game.
And that's the Desert Eagle. 44?
Yeah.
Every single game that's had a Desert Eagle, I've had a problem with it. And it's that this gas system is horrific. It gets clogged super easily. It flippin' sucks everything up in, like, a radius around you. I would much rather you just take a revolver than this. Even though you get more shots. I think you get 7. We'll even do it this way. 7, or X plus 1. 9. You get 8 plus 1. So you can have 9 rounds, but I'd rather... In terms of, like, survivability, I'd rather just have a revolver. Because all these lugs have to line up with all these slots, and if they don't, guess sucks to be you. In the Great Pistol War of 1812, it gets like a C.
Alright.
It would definitely punch a hole in somebody, but I'd much rather just, like, why not a revolver? Who is next on our list? Because now we're up to, like, the special weapons. Is this the M79?
First is the 79.
Oh boy. Goodbye. Oh no, that landed on the hill. And you know, you've got the fun mortar mode. Any minute now. Where? Oh, okay, the mortar mode is way more useful than I thought it was gonna be. You know, and if you can get into a rhythm with this thing, then you know you can absolutely. Yeah, you know you could turn the whole world into your own fireworks show. No, this is just a lovely weapon. There's some kind of screw here on the bottom that I didn't notice until now. The only thing I don't like is it has next to no range or speed in Left 4 Dead. And then the flippin' animation to load it is like super deliberate. I feel like it could have a little more weight to it. I feel like one of these, and then one of these, and then kind of a snap. And then brace it. And then it should just fire faster in-game. Even with its flaws, there is no game with an M79 where I hate the M79. New Vegas comes very close, but I feel like it's just cool enough in that game that it kind of can get away with it. With that said, this is definitely an A+. Because it's the M79, of course it would be an A+.
Of course.
And then next is the M60.
Correctamundo.
Which M60 do we want? Do we want the original? Do we want the 3? I want the 3. I want the one with the foregrip. This isn't accurate to the game, but dang, I want a foregrip. I kind of love these sights. I don't know if there's a single game where I'm not particularly fond of the inclusion of the M60. You know, I see this gun, I start thinking Purple Haze. Once again, correcting the mistake I made in the Fallout video. It's just big. Just a big old thing.
Really?
And I kind of respect that they were just like, you know what? Screw it. Here's a bunch of 7.62. Here's a gun that shouldn't be held by, you know, just your hands. You should, you know, put this somewhere and it should be crew fed. You know, you swap out the barrels when they get hot and this and that. No, they're just like, yeah, here's a foregrip. Go to town. If you hold this, you're automatically cool. I'm virtually cool, everybody. Yeah, I literally have no qualms. It is, as always, an S.
Your next one is the chainsaw.
I want to point out real fast, there is a Picatinny rail on the bottom and on the side here. I don't know why you would need either. I need a foregrip. It's just, I need some control. This is going to be cathartic. Yeah, Draco brings up a good point. You know, this is a very inaccurate weapon, and we want to make sure that we are hitting what we're looking for. So, actually, we can use our Ruger 14 for this. 24X. Okay, so... yeah. Cola's done. It feels like a burden to use. Because you have to give up a good ranged option for limited use. Yeah, I would just much rather have one of the regular melees than that.
We have 2 weapons from Left 4 Dead exclusive to the game, and then
what are the 2
we have
from...
the fun part.
Okay, so what are the 2 from Left 4 Dead 1?
19.
Okay, it's cutting out weird. Oh, it's like a 15-round mag, isn't it? Yeah, I really can't complain. It, once again, is equivalent. I would take any of these 3, truthfully. So we're not quite done, because the minigun is mounted. It will totally let me do this. Why will it let me do this? So, Left 4 Dead 1 also has a minigun, but you're not able to pick it up. It sits mounted. So I've gone ahead and I've mounted a minigun. So this abomination that should not exist and did not need to exist, that I've brought into this world with my own damn hands. I don't like that it's mounted, because they're always mounted in inconvenient locations.
Yeah, like, they're never even, like, in good areas where you could pan the camera.
I swear to God, there is one in No Mercy that's pointing off, like, the back of the building.
Yeah, like, you can't even turn it around enough.
When are you, like, what's gonna appear back there other than, like, maybe a tank 5% of the time? I appreciate that the minigun is literally just a big, giant motor attached to a firing mechanism. It's an S-tier weapon brought down to, like, C- because of its implementation. What they did with the M60 in Left 4 Dead 2, I feel, is way smarter. Because it's both a mounted weapon, but it's also a weapon you can pick up and walk around with. And I get why they wouldn't want you to have this in Left 4 Dead 1, because it's trying to be a more serious, mature, you know, moody game. And if you could just walk around with this all day and just, you know... Yay! You know, that would... You know, that kind of ruins some of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But that begs the question is why they even included it in the first place. I feel like this could have just been any other mounted machine gun. Could have been, you know, the mounted M60, could have been a mounted M249, could have been, you know, a mounted Stoner or Bren. It really does, it didn't need to be a minigun. They use the minigun name to try to make people go, oh god, this game's got a minigun, and then you actually get to it and it's not very interesting.
Yeah.
You know, my problem with the minigun is it's just too loud. You know,
oh, you've shown me this.
You know, I wish somebody would make it. There we go! And it's noticeably quieter. But you know what? I want a place to hold it up front. Look at that! Mac 10 shroud, and then I can just reach. Oh god, I can't reach. Oh, wait, got it! It'll let me fire it like this. Well, we've made a mess of this. But this is all of the regular Left 4 Dead weapons ranked. We've got all of our pistols. They're all pretty decent unless it's the chainsaw or this bad boy, the Deagle. Over here we got the minigun, the Mac, the Scout, the other bolt actions, Spass and Uzi, the hunting rifle, the MP5. All of our rifles are over here. Where's the AK? I yeeted the AK somewhere. Oh, they're back here. Well, there's that. Yep, here we go. Yeah, the Scar, all the two-handed rifles are pretty much all the same. The shotguns, the Commando, the G or the M79, and the M60 are all good. Did y'all know they made an arcade game of Left 4 Dead? It stars some of your favorite characters, like Anime Schoolgirl, Flannel Man. Left 4 Dead 2 arcade game is a time attack game. You swipe your card and decide how many credits you wish to put in, and that determines how much time you have to beat the campaign. And when it runs out, you get to put in more time, or more money. It is also made by Taito, not Valve. Don't know why. But that also means, on top of all of this, it has its own microtransaction weapons. So, stay tuned, because in the second part, we will look at all of the Japanese weapons. And there are a lot of them.
You have a total of 50 between the arcade version, your apparent mod list, and the actual canonical Valve version.
Right. So, yeah. I do want to say, though, real fast, thank you to the people here on the stream, because I did this part live, and it was a mess. To show the world how truly thankful I am. Au revoir! Stock English version Valve weapons cache from Left 4 Dead. And hello! Weird insane weapons from Left 4 Dead 2 arcade version. Alright, we're now doing the second part. We're doing all of the weapons that are exclusive to the Japanese arcade version of Left 4 Dead.
Alright.
What do we start with?
The very, very first thing in the arcade version is the Scorpion, or the VZ61.
Yeah. 64, that's all I've got.
It's whatever. It's a Nintendo product now, I guess.
You know, Nintendo owns a copyright on the number 64.
Yeah, clearly.
This was
common knowledge.
You know, this is totally fine for, like, you know, if you're a coke addict axe murderer, but I don't know how, I mean, I guess I should use the stock. Now it looks ugly. I'm not entirely sure how regular people... Okay, well now this is more manageable, never mind. Tiny magazine. Oh, the ejection port's on the top. I never really considered that. That seems like a problem, but the ejection port's on the top, which is a problem. You're gonna sting yourself with hot brass. Of all the weapons in Left 4 Dead, if you had this one in there too, I don't think anyone would notice anything's up. But it's still just kind of resoundingly mediocre. It is a resounding C. Stock down, it totally fires fine, but you have two key issues, and one of them is the fact that that brass is coming back and stinging your arms, and you're going to end up dropping your weapon. And the second one is, even if that doesn't happen, you got to reload it like every 3 seconds.
Yeah, it fires really fast with a really small mag.
Yep.
Alright, your next option is the M1A1 Thompson.
Right. Okay, it's not that ugly, but all I've got to say is it could be so much cooler. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, that's starting to get there. Now, you know, if I could just put this on here too, look at that, we're getting somewhere. We only have to fundamentally change which Thompson we're using. I've complained long enough. So, decently accurate, kind of a small magazine size, kind of ugly, but actually not that bad. And plus, when you run the magazine out, you can just stick a new one in. And if you want the bolt closed, you just shoot when it's got a mag in it. And then now it's closed. I like firing through the reciprocating bolt on the top. It looks cool, and it makes this feel more impressive. Because otherwise, this is kind of just a big, long pistol. It's a B-. We all know what it would be if it was the M1928. What letter I would give that?
Next one is the UMP.
Every time something has a UMP, it catches me off guard.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I just don't ever think of the UMP. Like, it feels like this is the weapon you get when you meant to say MP5. It's like, yeah, just give me, you know, the MP or whatever. And then you get this, and you're like, well, that's not what I was kind of looking for, but...
I get it.
Like, it's even got that. It's got the fire selector like the later MP5s. It's kind of got a similar-ish form factor. And it even fires... Okay, well, this fires 45, the other one fires 9. Okay, that one's toast. Very controllable fire rate. Oh, empty, so... Just like the MP5, you actually have to rip the mag out yourself. You can't just... Not good for longer range excursions. And then if you really want, you can get a 2-round burst. I don't know why you'd need 2. Might be good for, I guess, infected. In terms of looks, I'd rather take the MP5. In terms of accuracy, this is fine. In terms of this kind of firepower, I'd rather take the Thompson, just because it looks better. This is not a looker at all. And I've probably made very many people upset by saying that, because the UMP has a weirdly large fan base.
I mean, I like it because it has, like, functionality and power, but yeah, it's very angular.
Yeah, like this bolt is cool because, you know, you can do... This would be way cooler if I could get it in, and then, you know, you can do that. But in one of these types of scenarios, I'd rather have the firing mechanism in the Thompson, where when it's empty, you just load in a new mag and you can continue firing, you don't have to work a bolt. And then once you are done, once you have an empty mag, just click it one more time and it snaps shut. I'd rather have an open bolt firing mechanism for an SMG versus a closed bolt with that in mind. And I feel like what this can do, other SMGs could do better in various ways. I will give it this. It is 45 versus 9mm. That makes some amount of difference. But I don't think it makes enough difference to take this when you have other better options. Again, this is one of those weapons where if they added it to Left 4 Dead 2, I don't think anyone would notice. But I don't think it's that great at the same time. It's like a C+.
Alright. The next one, I feel like we've already covered, but we haven't. The M14.
Nice. 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 Decently accurate, pretty high power. It is kind of amazing that this hasn't been in a Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
It feels right at home. This feels like the weapon Bill should be carrying in all the promotional renders.
It really does.
And for that, huge style points. You know, kerblam. Powerful, accurate, all around good. Okay, yeah. And now you can... It takes a stripper clip. Why not? Oh, okay. I just had to take the clip out. Oh, it has a full auto. I forgot about that. You know. Oh no, it's coming right for me.
Low it to Kingdom Come.
That is a fire rate. Why is it so fast? That is actually terrifying. Okay, so yeah, no, you've earned your S. You've earned an S. I'm sorry.
The military rifle or the G36.
Where is... Oh, it's there.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's got a bipod. It's got a scope and a red dot at the same time. Isn't this like a Metal Gear? Decently accurate. I really feel like there's got to be an easier way to do this sight. I would much rather take the M6. This is just... Son of a bitch. If you love this abomination and want it on everything, you know, here you go. Yippee! that poor UMP.
You just massacred a good boy.
I can make it worse.
Oh, don't. Please don't.
Where's our AK? Look at that!
Congratulations, you've massacred a boy.
I'm very conflicted. Because, you know, I'm ready to hate this thing. You know, the bolt is in a stupid position and kind of hard to finagle. The sight is disgusting. You know, it's way bigger than it needs to be. Its stock also folds. Is this more convenient for people? I don't know if this is more convenient for people. But at the same time, it absolutely just sings. You want to hit stuff in the distance, you have a little like 2 or 3x scope here. You're hitting stuff up close, you've got the red dot. You know, it might be cliche to say this, but it kind of just works. This is a very comfortable B.
Alright. Your next weapon of choice is the STG-44.
Okay, yeah, we're getting into weird territory now. Yeah, when are you gonna find 7.92 by 33mm Kurz out in the wild? Alright, show them what you can do, Hans. This would be a hard weapon to rebuild if you needed to. Because where are you going to find Nazi parts in zombie apocalypse New Orleans, or Philly, or anywhere on the east coast, east half of the US? These are a very specialized round that you're going to eventually run out of. By eventually, I mean like probably within an hour of picking one of these up. If you need to service this thing at all, you're never going to be able to find any parts. You could find, you know, 100, you know, AR-15s to strip, you know, springs and bolts and, you know, trigger components and internal workings from all year long. This one, you're just screwed. It would do you well for a little while, but that's about it. Wouldn't recommend. So it's fun while it lasts, but it's like a C-.
Alright. Here is one that's actually a personal favorite of mine. The WA-2K.
It's weird. Its rail is smooth. I've never considered the idea of doing a smooth rail. Some oddities. This is meant for, like, target shooting. I don't think this is meant for, like, killing dudes.
Actual live fire engagement.
Yeah. Like, that's why John Hitman has it. Because it's all just targets to him. That said, it absolutely punches holes in pretty much anything. If this had a longer magazine, this would be totally fine. If this had like 8 or 10 rounds, hell yeah. This is very impractical for this scenario. It's handsome. You could definitely use this as an intimidation piece. If you have enough 300 Win Mag, I guess you can do whatever you want. Yeah, I mean...
Aesthetically, I'm good, but functionality...
Yeah, let's go ahead and... That is not a solid tree! Anton? Anton! You know, here is like, it's like natural environment. You know. It looks handsome. This is like... This is the gun Instagram would want. I don't know...
Where to put it?
I don't know if you... It's too sleek for its own good. I'm worried that trying to take this thing apart would be a nightmare. I don't know. Maybe I just got like tech industry brain rot. This feels like something that would have like a specialized component to it that only they make. Because it kind of feels like the Apple or the Tesla of firearms. You know,
Yeah, that's a very specific mention.
It's about the look. You know, you want this for the looks, and the fact that it shoots is kind of an afterthought.
Yeah, I kind of see where you're coming from, though.
Yeah, it's handsome. I don't know how useful this would be in a real scenario, but handsomeness is doing a lot right now, as evidenced by the fact that the 1928 would be joining the M14 here. It gets a C+.
Alright. And your next one, you simply have a series of question marks because it's labeled the AK submachine gun.
Oh, right. This is just the AK. Maybe it's a little less accurate because it's got a shorter barrel, but this is just the AK. Like the recoil impulse, the accuracy. You know, even all the weird quirks, it's just the AK. The game doesn't need a second AK. Whatever I gave the AK, this gets to. What did I give the AK?
A B+, it's better than the Scar.
Okay, I don't know where the B+ is on this table anymore.
It's before the G36. Or it's after the G36. Yeah,
Sure.
right there.
Sure.
Big old gun, double A12.
Oh, it's
Hey,
interesting.
hey.
There are no like drum or even magazine fed shotguns in base Left 4 Dead.
No.
Wonder why that is. I wonder if Back 4 Blood will alter that. Oh, by the way, this video also counts for Back 4 Blood because it's pretty much just the same game. Though Back 4 Blood has like a roguelike card system for some reason.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting Back 4 Blood's a thing. Which probably says something about its popularity.
I mean, it was supposed to come out in June. Then it got delayed to October. I mean, it's not even out yet, so let's not even talk about it like it's dead. We could do that with Overkill's The Walking Dead because we knew something was sus with that when we played that like that demo, and it was shit. People have actually gotten to play it, and they're very conflicted as to how good it actually is. And I feel like a lot of people expected this to be way better than we gave it credit, like way better than we could give it credit for because it was Turtle Rock's like first new game since Evolve, and that's also a problem. We really should have thought about that one a little better.
Yeah.
When the people who make Evolve are like, yeah, we're making a game like Left 4 Dead, maybe we should take a step back and think about what happened to Evolve.
What did happen with Evolve? I knew it kind of just died off.
Paid game with microtransactions was the short
Oh,
answer.
yep, that'll do it.
Yep.
That'll do it. You answered my question pretty quick.
AA12. Honestly, it's lovely. If Left 4 Dead had a tier 3, the M60 and this would be in it. And let's look at its party piece. Got your arm ripped off? No problem. This thing has like 0 recoil impulse because this whole stock is springs. Lovely, lovely thing.
It really is.
Yeah, this is easy S.
AK-12 prototype rifle. There's a lot of AKs in these games.
I mean, this one doesn't look like an AK.
That one looks more like a Galil, if anything.
Yeah, this was the Russian military, or not the Russian military, the Kalashnikov concern was looking to update the AK. So yeah, this is what they went with. Let's stick the AK magazine in here. Take it off a safe. Pull it back. This is, I mean, unmistakably an AK.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the form factor. It's got the weird, modern stock and Picatinny rails. But, you know, totally an AK. The issue is, because it's just an AK, why? They just stuck with the AKM. It got to this point and they're like, wait, what are we doing? The prototype rifle, on the other hand, it's wildly different. So it takes the old magazines. Note that its safety selector is over here. So even if it's unsafe, you can still pull the bolt back. Also, another weird one, the first thing on the fire selector after safe is semi, not full, like the other AKs.
That is weird. Also,
it has a 3-round burst. This I could almost see making an argument for over the regular AK. Because, you know, you do have a lot of Picatinny rail. So, you know, if you want, you know, a foregrip and a laser and a sight, you can get that. It is, like, just barely better than our little submachine gun AK. Yeah, this is like a B+++. It's not quite an A-.
SVD Dragunov?
Oh, the Dragunov. Got that infamous sight that I don't know how to read. No doubt a lot of the same parts that are in an AK. The barrel's just an AK, but longer. You know, our iron sights are still good out for 1,200 meters. Yeah, if anyone knows what all this stuff is for, you could probably get, you know, this is probably an absolute hoot. You know, if you're gonna pick a sniper rifle, this is a pretty damn good one. So this is an A.
Well, the next one, for when you need to blow a hole in the tank, both figuratively and literally.
Oh, is this...
the M82.
This game doesn't have an M82. Oh, God. It has an M107, which is, I believe, also a Barrett, so... magazine bigger than most pistols.
Jesus.
Where'd it go? A stationary target. Why am I losing it? Okay, I took the head off. That's all I really cared about. So, again, with my talk of Tier 3, if Tier 3 had a sniper rifle, this would be it. And its party piece, it's semi-automatic.
That is pretty nice, actually. I expected that to be a bolt.
Yeah, this is overkill of the highest degree, but I think that's kind of, in a way, what you would want with a weapon like this. You know, you're not carrying this around because, you know, you want to fight the regular zombies. You're carrying this around on the offhand chance there's 3 tanks and Bill's down there working on a frickin' generator. You know, if they had this, he wouldn't have died.
So your ranking?
I need to make more room in S. Hold on. S.
This is the AUG.
Oh, the AUG. So a light tap to fire 1 shot and then pull it back a little more for full auto. Bizarre.
That's kind of dumb.
Kind of hard to fire it not as anything but a burst. Its scope's not great, so let's use its iron sights. Oh wait, it has none, because Germany was, for some reason, or Belgium, or the Netherlands, or Austria, whatever country all these weapons are coming from, they really hate the idea of iron sights. And that's dumb of them, because, you know, what happens when this, like, when the scope breaks? Now you have to fire it blind. You know, oh look, I've got to use the flippin' dust to figure out where I'm shooting. I kill the guy. It seems like this weapon's a bit of an inconvenience compared to, like, the M16 or the AK.
Yeah.
It's fine, but it fires the same round as, you know, this and the M16. And I don't know if, you know, the drawbacks are worth the advantages this brings when the M16 kind of just works out of the box. This is... it's a C... it's like a C-. It's also all plastic, so when that cracks, you're just screwed.
Back to shotguns, we're using a Saiga 12.
This is the 12-round mag.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Kind of looks like if you tried to draw an AK from memory. And then, you know, if you want a new mag, you just gotta... This is an ugly shape. It's fine. I just... What does the 5-round magazine look like? It's
amazing.
This should be somewhere up here, but it's very ugly. It's joining AK Town, where all the AKs live.
I want to say that's a B average.
Yeah, it's like a B or a B plus.
Next is our weird top rail favorite, the FAMAS.
They're just like, what if you had a bugle that could kill? Don't like these sights.
Yeah, the sights are terrible.
Get in there. No, I actually don't want to fire this again. It looks incomplete. Has anyone unbullpupped a FAMAS? I don't get it. I mean, I'm probably... It has a bipod? Who goes, ho ho ho, les fusils. Oh! Oh! Who? France! You and the AUG are like two buddy freaks. You have a whole lunch table to yourself. They're essentially interchangeable with their weirdness. They deserve to be together, always and forever. And if you think I'm making fun of the people who sit at a lunch table by themselves in school, I was that person. Hello.
So was I.
Yep. So which one of us is the AUG and which one's the FAMAS?
H&K PSG-1.
PSG-1.
It's a sniper.
Is the...
You have the little note saying, in-game, it looks like an op, though. You need to look it up.
I do. God, it is just the op!
We've already done that.
Wow, look, it's nothing, because we already did this one. Apparently, there's two... When you said PSG, my mind jumped to the Hecate, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna skip the first of the sidearm category because it's Glock 17 and we've already done that.
Yep.
Second one is the PM Makarov.
Makarov. It's got a drum! Yay, 8 rounds. Give me that drum. The drum is bigger than it. Hey, I'm an action movie star. Very small, not very accurate. So I think that those all had a B. That's like a C plus.
This is the China Lake.
Yay! It's lovely.
Pump action grenade launcher. As one does.
This is every single time it's appeared, it's been lovely, and every single time it gets an S. I much prefer that over the MGL, even though I understand that the MGL is like obviously better. There is one
RPK.
more.
RPK.
Yep. A fun trick about the RPK is it literally just takes regular AK magazines. So if you only need 10 rounds, yeah, just
Clap them on in, yeah.
yeah. It's got the single fire. It's got the full auto. With that in mind, this is literally just another AK. I'm so tired of AKs. It gets...
They're everywhere.
I'm gonna go make a specialized... The AK Bucket of Sadness. This is where all AKs live, because they're all pretty much all the same. Will anything go inside the bucket, or will you just break the bucket? Oh no, you will go inside. That's where they all go. They're all identical. And then now, let's try to...
seeing them.
And they've all vomited out. Cool. Left 4 Dead Survivors is weird. I recommend playing it exactly once, because it's like a bizarro version of Left 4 Dead. Anyways, we would be done now. Because that was the last thing from Survivors, right?
That was the last thing for Left 4 Dead Survivors.
But I want to show you my mods. One thing I cannot show you, because I just can't show you. I have an AMT hardballer for my Magnum, and I really like it. Yeah, so you know, the barrel comes out to here. It's very fun. I like it a lot. AMT hardballer. These aren't for a score, because these are all mods. So these are going in their own bucket, I guess. AMT hardballer. It's fun. It's long. That's what makes it fun.
The Sten Mark II.
Right, I have a Sten. Oh, we're in semi-auto. Full auto! Yeah, I'm not even using the irons because it's not really worth it. I don't know why I have this, but I thought it was funny. That's really about it. Into the bucket it goes.
The SW500 replaces Magnum.
This was a mod I got. It's based on Killing Floor. And, it big. Yeah, this could punch a hole in somebody. So, I love my hardballer, but when I want to enter the Mondo zone, I bring this bad boy. Now this is what I'm talking about. You're gonna give me a Thompson? Give me the Thompson.
Got a typewriter up in here.
When you run out of ammo, it should ding! Ah, thank you for that genius idea, Dan. Oh, what's this? Secrets. I blurred it. You can't see what I'm working on. Hey, hey. Select held type. Fill held object. And then do that. Fill held object. Because there's two. Flippin'. There's two tubes in this thing. Oh, I ran out. Let's, switch magazines. The actual draw on this pump isn't very good, but, man, this is like the shotgun of the future. And you get double the ammo. You can fill one of these with slugs and one of them with buckshot. When you need to make a long-range shot, just go blam! Is this...
It replaces your hunting rifle.
Oh, the Garand! To replace the hunting rifle, I've gone Garand. Why? I mean, you already know why. Like, listen to this. Why else? I've got the model 1887 to replace my pump shotgun. I like it. Hold on, I gotta do the trick. I don't got room for this, so this is gonna be weird. I'm gonna kind of lean. Yeah!
That was sick.
Britain was like, hey, we like what you did with the M16, but we've done it backwards. It's not good anymore, but...
It'll work.
This one does not do full auto. Oh wait, yeah it does. You gotta flip that switch. Don't know why. Britain, this is stupid, but at the same time, kind of ugly charming. It's like a pug. Not like a pug. It's like a... I'm running out of ugly dogs. But it's like one of them. And there's also some like... Oh god, this opens up too! Weirdly enough, I believe the mod I have for this weapon is not from the game you think it's from. I believe I got that from like Insurgency. Someone made the Doom Super Shotgun to replace the Spas and the Combat Shotgun. And I use kind of... I pick between which one I want to be the Super Shotgun. I've got to fire this Doom style.
Tragic.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
I will never get tired of the super shotgun mod is weird because you fire, you know, boom, 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 and then you watch the Doom guy go ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. But it's fine. I mean, can I complain? I can, but I'd sound like an idiot.
It's a super shotgun.
I don't have this as a mod, but I want this as a mod. Can someone please make this a mod? Even if, like, this... I don't know. Because there's no magazine-fed shotguns in Left 4 Dead, so, you know, you could make, like, you know, like a shell... You put shells in here. I love the look. I love the fact that the whole top rail is pick. It fires belted 12 gauge. It also has, I believe this is 3-round burst. 3-round hyper burst. And just full auto. This is, I think, my favorite weapon in H3VR. It doesn't even exist, but it's fucking gorgeous. If someone makes me a mod of this, I will be very happy. I don't know where else I'm going to talk about it because it's not real. But boy, I wish it were. So, we did it. We reviewed
That was every single one of them.
We reviewed all the weapons that are in Left 4 Dead, including all the weird Japanese stuff. All of our rifles, which now kind of hang out on the floor over here. And you got to see my workshop mods. And this! It's a lot of fun to make these videos. And the Hotline Miami one did pretty damn well. So if this one also does pretty damn well, for sure there will be more of this. More frequently. Because I like making these. And it seems like Dan likes recording these with me.
I'm just chilling.
If we do the Counter-Strike one, that one's gonna be long, but I think we might try to get Steve. We might try to get 3 cooks in the kitchen and see how that goes.
Good luck.
Yeah. Or if there are other series that you would like to see covered, let me know. And I'll probably tell you that I can't do it because I've never played the game before. Someone suggested all the Resident Evils, and I've never played even one of them.
I can't even say I have either. I have Resident Evil 5 just chilling in my basement, but it's still in the box. I don't think I've ever actually launched the game.
If I ever do the Resident Evil one, I need to figure out how to adjust the height in VR so I can just be like 9 foot something, and then it's Vampire Simulator.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way I'll get clicks. That's the only thing people are talking about.
Literally every single person I know, and especially every lesbian I know, has been losing their minds over this character.
That's such a great detail. Dan, closing words. Tell us about Left 4 Dead.
With the amount of weapons that you have here, if you're trying to carry them all, you might as well be Left 4 Dead here.
Well, you only get to carry 2 at a time.
Fair enough.
Watch it go. Goodbye, Left 4 Dead. That didn't move anything. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, I'd recommend subscribing. Patreon and social media links are in the description.